A foggy mind is like a cluttered room, where amidst the chaos you know there's something valuable, but it's just out of reach. In this digital age, where information is abundant but attention is scarce, the ability to think clearly is not just a skill, it's a superpower. Imagine navigating through a sea of distractions, emotions, and thoughts with precision and purpose. Luckily, the Stoics, ancient philosophers with timeless wisdom, have journeyed through this labyrinth of the mind and emerged with invaluable lessons on how to achieve crystal-clear thinking. These lessons aren't just for scholars or those with endless hours to meditate, they're for anyone, like you, who feels lost in their own thoughts, overwhelmed by the constant noise of the world. If you're ready to cut through that noise and reclaim control over your mind, you're in the right place. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on these transformative insights. And if this resonates with you, leave a comment below. Your engagement not only helps fuel this community, but it also keeps the conversation going, a conversation that could change how you see the world and your place in it. Now, let's embark on this journey together, one that's not just about surviving the chaos of modern life but thriving within it. Life doesn't have to feel like a never-ending battle for focus. With the right mindset and practices, you can shape your reality, not just react to it. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of calm clarity, knowing that no matter what happens, you have the tools to navigate it. This is what Stoicism offers, a path to clear thinking, one grounded in centuries of wisdom yet perfectly tailored for the distractions of the digital age. It all starts with embracing stillness, that rare moment in today's world when we can pause and listen to our own thoughts rather than the endless stream of information pouring in from our devices. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once said, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." These words are more relevant now than ever. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with notifications, emails, and updates, finding that retreat within ourselves is crucial. Stillness doesn't require hours of meditation or a trip to a remote cabin. It can be as simple as taking a deep breath, closing your eyes for a moment, and centering yourself. In that brief pause, you can begin to distinguish your true thoughts from the noise of the outside world. When you create regular moments of stillness in your day, you cultivate a clearer mind. It's like stepping outside a storm to observe it from a place of calm. In that space, you gain perspective, and with perspective comes clarity. And here's the thing, stillness isn't inaction. It's a deliberate, powerful choice to take a step back, reflect, and center yourself in reality rather than being swept away by the currents of life. It allows you to better understand your emotions and make more thoughtful decisions. This isn't about escaping the challenges of life, but about grounding yourself in a way that helps you face them with a clear and focused mind. By carving out moments of stillness, even just for a few minutes a day, you begin to clear the fog from your mind and see the world with a sharper, more deliberate focus. But stillness is just the beginning. To think clearly, we must also be willing to challenge the assumptions that cloud our judgment. We all carry around a set of beliefs, about ourselves, about others, about how the world works. These beliefs shape our thoughts and our actions, but they aren't always accurate. Sometimes, they're outdated, built from past experiences or fears that no longer serve us. Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, wisely observed, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." How true that is. How often do we let assumptions born from fear or past hurt distort our present perspective? To think clearly, we must be brave enough to question these assumptions. This doesn't mean we must doubt everything, but it does mean we need to be curious and open-minded. We need to be willing to change our minds when new information or experiences reveal a clearer truth. Too often, we cling to beliefs just because they're familiar or because they align with what everyone around us thinks. But real clarity comes when we challenge these beliefs and see the world as it truly is, not as we assume it to be. This process of questioning isn't always easy, but it's incredibly liberating. By freeing ourselves from the limitations of old assumptions, we open ourselves up to new possibilities, new insights, and a more accurate understanding of the world. It allows us to make better decisions, approach problems from different angles, and ultimately, live with greater clarity and purpose. And when you start questioning your assumptions, something amazing happens. You begin to realize just how much control you actually have over your own life. This leads us to another crucial lesson from the Stoics: focus on what you can control. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, it's easy to get overwhelmed by everything happening around us. But here's the truth: most of it is outside our control. What we can control, however, is how we respond to the events and circumstances we face. Epictetus, a Stoic teacher, reminded us of this when he said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This is a powerful mindset shift. Instead of getting caught up in what we can't control, the opinions of others, the state of the world, or the outcome of certain events, we can focus our energy on what we can control: our own actions, our reactions, and our attitude. When you narrow your focus to what's within your control, life becomes simpler, less overwhelming. You stop wasting energy on things you can't change and start directing it toward things that actually matter. This isn't about ignoring the world or pretending problems don't exist, it's about recognizing where your power truly lies. By focusing on your own actions and mindset, you can navigate even the most complex situations with grace and intention. You become a more active participant in your life, rather than a passive victim of circumstances. This is the essence of clear thinking, being able to discern where your energy is best spent and taking deliberate action in that direction. Another key to thinking clearly is seeking simplicity. We live in a world with endless choices, endless information, and endless distractions. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by it all. But clarity doesn't come from adding more, it comes from stripping away the unnecessary. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life, it is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Simplicity isn't about deprivation or minimalism, it's about removing the clutter, both physical and mental, and focusing on what truly matters. In our fast-paced world, simplicity is a powerful tool for clear thinking. It helps us focus on the most important things, whether that's our goals, our relationships, or our values. By regularly evaluating what's truly important and letting go of the rest, we free ourselves from the noise and distraction that cloud our minds. This could mean decluttering our physical spaces, streamlining our daily routines, or even letting go of commitments that no longer serve us. When we seek simplicity, we create space for clarity, space for focus, and space for the things that truly matter. But thinking clearly isn't just about simplifying your environment or your schedule. It's also about cultivating a mindset that allows for growth and adaptability. The Stoics believed in the power of continuous learning and self-improvement. Seneca once said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This is the essence of a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and understanding of the world can always be developed through effort and learning. In a world that often feels rigid and unforgiving, adopting a growth mindset can be incredibly freeing. It allows us to see challenges not as roadblocks but as opportunities for growth. Mistakes become lessons, and setbacks become stepping stones to something greater. When you approach life with a growth mindset, you embrace the idea that you're always a work in progress. There's always something new to learn, always a way to improve, always an opportunity to grow. This mindset is key to thinking clearly because it keeps you open to new information, new perspectives, and new possibilities. It helps you approach life with curiosity and resilience, knowing that no matter what challenges you face, you have the ability to adapt and grow through them. Another often overlooked aspect of clear thinking is the power of listening, not just hearing, but truly listening. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in our own thoughts and opinions. We often listen just long enough to formulate our next response, rather than to truly understand what the other person is saying. But clear thinking requires active listening, the ability to fully concentrate on what someone is saying, to understand their perspective, and to respond thoughtfully. Marcus Aurelius observed, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This insight reminds us that active listening isn't just about absorbing information, it's about understanding the emotions, motivations, and intentions behind the words. When we truly listen to others, we open ourselves up to new insights and ideas that we might have missed if we were too focused on our own thoughts. Active listening also strengthens our relationships, fosters trust, and promotes open dialogue, all of which are essential for clear thinking. Clear thinking is a skill that requires practice, patience, and a commitment to self-improvement. It's not something that happens overnight, but with the right mindset and habits, it's a skill anyone can develop. By embracing stillness, questioning your assumptions, focusing on what you can control, seeking simplicity, cultivating a growth mindset, and practicing active listening, you can navigate the complexities of modern life with greater clarity and purpose. And remember, this journey to clear thinking isn't one you have to take alone. We're all in this together, learning, growing, and striving for a brighter, more enlightened future. If this message resonated with you, if you found a spark of inspiration or a newfound sense of clarity, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give this a thumbs up. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Even if you're at a loss for words, just write, "I think clearly." Your engagement fuels this community and helps keep the conversation going. Together, we can continue to share and explore these transformative insights, helping each other on the path to clear thinking in a world often clouded by chaos.